Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Toonami Squad Session podcast, the only podcast that will be sent out to retailers with a code in a box. I am your host, Sam, also known as SC Universe, and with me I have Sam 2.
I'm still looking for a job, thank you.
Logan.
Physical media for life.
And then we have Silver.
Fuck Sony and Jujutsu Kaisen will never be on Toonami. There, quota sold. Quote the quota.
So yeah, a lot has happened over the course of the last few months, but we're not here to talk about games and the depressing state of the games industry. We're here to talk about cartoons and the depressing state of the cartoon industry. But
if he didn't say it, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Oh well.
He's just saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah. So let's get this party started. We're gonna start off with what have we been watching. So since the time between last podcast and this podcast, the whole season of anime went by. So I'm just gonna list off some ones that I've seen during the spring season that I watched through all the way through. Nippon Sengoku, top show, one of my favorites of the season. Witch Hat Atelier, also fantastic show. Highly recommend people check it out. Damon's, I'm really glad that's continuing on to this season. Akane, glad that's getting another season. I really enjoyed my time with it. Marriage Toxin, a fun ride. Not really one of my favorite shows out there. Kill Blue, fun show. I'm looking forward to season 2. Fist of the North Star, actually surprisingly not bad. I thought I was going to dislike it a lot more than I did. So for the summer season, I have been watching season 3 of Grand Blue Dreaming, which is fucking hilarious. Still great show.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah. The group of idiots are back. I'm happy. And then I was watching Diet Bleach, or better known as Black Torch. And then I watched Jada Gua. I don't know how that's pronounced. It's another science. Yeah, it's a science saru show based around, I think, a manga. It could be a comic of some sort, or it could be an original idea. I actually don't know, but it's really, really good. I love the art direction in that show. It's fantastic. And then, of course, I've been watching the big show of the season, The Ghost in the Shell. Fantastic first episode. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. And then I also checked out Goodbye Laura. That's actually pretty fun and actually a really good show, and I'm curious to see how the rest of it goes. So, Sam 2, what have you been watching?
Alright, so I'm just gonna skim through my spring stuff. Honorable mentions Mao, aka Inuyasha 2.0, because it's literally just Inuyasha again. Dorohedoro season 2 was great, and season 3 confirmed. I need that right now. Mission Yozakura Family season 2, and I really like Mission Yozakura Family, and I'm glad it's getting a second part later this year. The final season of Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone actually finished. I really like Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone, and I'm just gonna curse Crunchyroll for not letting Toonami finish it. Demons of the Shadow Realm. I really like it. I'm just a little confused because it's like, who are we supposed to not like here? Or I guess the right term is like, who's the enemy here? I guess that's the right word. But I mean, it's the same creator of Fullmetal Alchemist, and her specialty is making you ask a million questions. Witch Hat Atelier, amazing show. By God, it's amazing, and it's surprising that this is from the same studio that did Zom 100, and there was not a single delay in the entire simulcast, even though it was actually delayed because it was supposed to be last year and it was this year. Marriage Toxin. I really like Marriage Toxin. I'm just kind of bummed after the bombshell of the first episode, because now I know where the show is going. If you know, you know. Kill Blue. did not expect a whole lot of it, but it is surprisingly really good. And I'm looking forward to the second season. I'm just because I learned that this is actually a canceled manga in Japan, and I'm just like, damn, how did this fail? But who knows? Needy Girl Overdose. That is a show that is very entertaining and is one of the best anime of the last season. But dear God, I'm not watching it again. That is gonna make you depressed, and you're gonna be tripping out a lot, and there's just not. Nippon Son Goku, amazing, absolutely amazing. I hate Denki with a passion.
Fuck Denki. All my homies hate Denki.
Fuck Denki. If Steve was here, he'd say the same thing. It is literally a show of solving all your problems with talk no jutsu, but unlike Naruto, it actually works. And my top anime of the spring, Akane Banashi. It is, really, really great. I really like the story, and I'm very curious to see how this goes on. It's also done by the same director of Witch Hat, which is why it looks so great. So that was the spring, and then just to briefly touch upon the summer, I've been wanting some new shows I checked out. Chainsmoker Cat. I decided to watch the first episode. I don't know why I'm continuing with the show, because it has a lot of gross humor. I'm going to say that right now. Kaiju Girl Caramelise. It is the most stupidest thing ever, but it is so fucking amazing. It is literally, what if you made Godzilla a romance anime? It is so freaking perfect. Like 2 episodes in, I'm like, you know what? It is literally an anime girl that turns into Godzilla. That's literally it. Black Torch, which, I'm more positive on it than Sam. I do agree that it's not really the greatest series ever made, because it does kind of feel like a bit of copy and paste, because I did read the manga.
Yeah, same here.
But I'm still very much looking forward to the anime, and I'm kind of hoping it does pretty successful, because who knows what they could do after, like maybe more manga material or some anime original stuff. And Ichika, ma'am, that's all I gotta say. Mushoku Tensei Season 3. Oh god, Rudy is back and he has erectile dysfunction again. Oh god, not looking forward. I'm like scared and excited at the same time. Sparks of Tomorrow, a Netflix show, first episode, very great. I'm curious on it. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. 100 Girlfriends Season 3, because I don't know if I mentioned I saw 100 Girlfriends. It is yet again one of those stupid shows that is for some reason is amazing at the same time. And the Season 3, he's getting up
is
to
this an Andre thing that he forced onto you, or
it actually isn't, and it's not like Andre. I mean, okay, like there are some horny moments in there, but it's not like Andre coded, if that's the right term. But yeah, he's getting up to girlfriend 12 in this season, I would say.
God, it'll be like until season 20 till he gets to 100.
Grand Blue Season 3, amazing. That's all I gotta say. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I'm currently in the middle, because they had some mini episodes before the main premiere, so I'm watching those mini episodes before I get to the actual episode 1. Great show, has vibes, and it makes you feel, because it's about 2 people who have shitty jobs and they smoke every night. Like they just smoke cigarettes every night to complain about the jobs. And lastly, The Ghost in the Shell. So to follow up on that, last podcast I said I was doing a marathon of Ghost in the Shell. Well, since then I saw both Ghost in the Shell 1 and 2. I saw all of Standalone Complex, like the second gig, the 2045 Netflix series, and I'm currently into the Arise OVAs. Thank you, Logan. And yeah, I'm pretty much like I'm full of knowledge of Ghost in the Shell now. So I'm prepared for the new the new series that just dropped, which is amazing. Science Star once again. Oh, also Jack.
Man.
Yes. Also Jack Dugar, a witch in Mongolia. Heartbreaking first 2 episodes, and I'm curious to see where it goes from here. And then the last thing I'm gonna say is, saw Supergirl. It is a great movie. I don't think it's as good as James Gunn's Superman of last year, but I still think it's a good movie. And that's about it.
All right, Logan, what have you watched what have you watched as of late?
Thankfully, nothing all that much. As usual, it's all the stuff I can't talk about because of work, which sucks. Watched a whole bunch of stuff that we haven't announced yet. At least one thing I can say, because Justin did just announce it at Anime Expo. Been watching this. It's a 10-episode series called Drucker in the Dugout, where a girl steps up to be the manager of a high school baseball team for her friend who is in the hospital, but she has no idea how to manage a sports team at all. And so she goes and tries to find a book on how to do it. And she finds a book called Management, and she goes, "Oh, this should hopefully do what I need." Well, the problem is she picked up Peter Drucker's book on business management. And so she's trying to apply things like, who are the customers that we're trying to to draw to our business, and she's trying to apply these lessons to a high school baseball team to take them to the national tournament in Japan.
This
It's
sounds
10
awesome.
episodes. It's funny because Justin wrote about it once a long time ago and said that no company will ever spend money licensing this, and now he has his own company that licenses anime, and he spent money licensing it. And honestly, it's a good it's a fun show. It's such a silly premise that you just can't help but enjoy it. Whether you like baseball or not, it doesn't matter. Just because it's such a silly, goofy setup that it's I kind of like this. And it's 10 episodes. I'm about halfway through it so far, but it's it's just a fun time. So that's basically just. Yeah, my headset keeps cutting off. Typical work stuff. Otherwise, stuff I've been watching. Let's see. I'm watching the GDQ stuff right now that's currently going on as we're recording
that
this.
Tetris run earlier was fantastic. Oh.
Definitely worth watching. That was so good. I love that they've been doing these tournament runs where they're doing an on-site tournament between people, and then the finale is part of the live stream. So, yeah, that's definitely one to watch on the VODs later. Otherwise, yeah, the only other show brand new this week is, and the key is we have to pronounce it like we're a college football player talking about his alma mater. The Ghost in the Shell.
The.
Yeah, you got to put that emphasis on the. But yeah, I think that's probably. Honestly, that's about it at the moment. So, I am looking forward to, because it'll probably start airing before our next podcast, because I think it's in 2 weeks. The new season of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds comes out, which I've been quite looking forward to. So, yeah, that's about it.
All right then, Silver, what have you been watching?
Well, as typical, I'm gonna name both movies, shows, and games because I saw Masters of the Universe. It is really fun. It was a really fun movie. There is no way to recommend that to. It's like for a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche. Because it has the energy of a family movie, but a lot of jokes that are not family friendly. But it has the vibe of it. Really good action. they do the whole thing where He-Man went to Earth, but it's not really for that much. It's like 15 minutes tops. 15 minutes on Earth, and then he goes back to Eternia. Really fun movie, and I do love the way they explain the names of certain action figures characters, where all the action figures, they're actual people. But He-Man was sent to Earth as a kid, and he came back as an adult. He didn't know them, so he just made up names for them, and he just went. The guy with a giant metal fist for a hand, he just like, "You're Fisto, because you fist people."
That's a loaded line delivery.
I forgot about that.
It's like, there's a lot of those kinds of jokes. Ramhead, where you ramhead because you give head. It's like,
that's so
those
dumb.
kinds of jokes.
Oh, I love it.
That's so dumb, and it's genius. There's no way to recommend it to, like, a very tiny group of people.
Basically, you're saying it's not for the normie crowd.
No.
It's not for the
Probably
normie
why I
crowd.
didn't do well at the box office.
No, like,
That and Jared
after
Leto.
you watch it, after you watch the movie, you think, oh, that's why no one watch it. It's a movie where if you see it, you love it, but you can't recommend it to many people. And I will say, this was Jared Leto's best performance.
Let's stop saying
Because you didn't see his face.
I was gonna say, that's a low bar to clear.
Yeah.
And I think he does say, you know how old Skeletor, he has the dumb laugh, you boob.
Yeah,
he does say it
yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't do the yeah, but he does the silly laugh and the you boob line. But in the super menacing voice. So
I mean, admittedly, Jared Leto does feel like the kind of guy who could do like voiceover type stuff pretty well. He just seems like such a weirdo when it comes to like physical acting.
Yeah.
yeah, he should just be a VA. Just do that. You don't need to be in a. You got the Oscar. Good. Just dedicate the rest of the time to voice work, and there you're good. I also saw Supergirl. Fun movie. I can see why some people don't like it, but it's not a bad film. It's just good. It's not great, but it's good. Fine.
I say it's not as good as Superman. Like, that's my
It
comparison.
It isn't. But sometimes you don't need to be the absolute best movie in the world. I know that some people want DC movies to like really hit again, but like,
I would say, like, much like how Marvel started out small, it's great to start out small and then grow bigger.
yeah. And if anything, I kind of wish Marvel did smaller, well, I guess smaller, lower stakes movies again. Because it feels like every Marvel movie is now, if they don't do something, it'll be the end of the world. And
Yeah. Like, it all
It's
has
fine
to
when-
tie into, like, the Avengers next event, and it's like, no, not every movie needs to be that. It can just be its own self-contained story.
If
what
anything,
the early, that's what the early acts of, like, the original MCU were all about. It's just, like, small little incidental acts between these characters.
if anything, that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching so many Marvel movies, because
Well, I stopped because at a certain point they started implementing the television shows. I'm like, bitch, I'm not doing homework for this.
Well, that's another reason. But okay, Avengers movies, the world's at stake. Okay, that makes sense. When you make every other standalone superhero Marvel movie have the world at stake, you always end up thinking, why aren't the Avengers here? Why isn't Iron Man in this? Why isn't Captain America in this? I know those characters are dead or retired, but you get the point. Like, you can't make every single Marvel movie a high stakes, world ending type of deal, because then you start thinking, why isn't everyone else here? But, yeah, so I do love that Supergirl. Lower stakes than Superman, but it's still solid. It's still good. I do have some complaints, but I'm not gonna say them because I don't want to spoil anything. But it's still good. The Ghost in the Shell. Because you're right, Logan. We should emphasize the.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh my god, it's
so good.
I already knew it was going to be top show of the season because Science RO, man.
I'm just happy that despite it being on Amazon, they actually got a real English cast for this and not a fucking studio based in Saudi Arabia or something.
Yeah, that's really good. Subtitling shit, but that's pretty standard for Amazon.
I will say, man, I've been watching another show, but I'll get into it after this one. It's a discotheque show. You can tell Logan worked on it. The subs are really good in the opening. So I came from that and then started watching Ghost in the Shell subbed, and I started crying. Oh my god, this is horrible. Immediately switched to English stuff because no. Logan spoiled me. He spoiled me. I couldn't. That being said, the Ghost in the Shell. Oh my god, it is. Look, normal Ghost in the Shell has been great. The IG show has been great, but one of the things I've never liked is the muted color palette. Not that it's bad. Like, it fits with the tone.
It sets a tone, for sure, but I do like the vibrancy of the Ghost in the Shell. It just feels so alive. Yeah.
Like, to me, it's a futuristic cyberpunk, yada, yada, yada. Okay. There should be more color than that. That being said, for the tone that Standalone Complex is, the other movies, it fits perfectly. The tone thing is more of a complaint against Standalone Complex, but whatever. So I'm very glad to see so much color. I do love the expression on these characters, the old school cartoony faces. Oh my god!
Love that they got the original. Like the original look of the manga down perfectly. Like, that's one thing that, the Hoshi style has been pretty good. I think for what he was going for with the original Ghost in the Shell and the sequels, and of course we have the Standalone Complex crew and their take on it, which is basically pretty much using the same type of design philosophy that Mamoru Oshii's film had. I think what they managed to create with the Ghost in the Shell is fantastic, utilizing the original manga's art style. It just stands out. It's silly, for sure, but it still tackles like very serious topics, and it does have like great light moments while also dealing with those heavier topics and themes.
And I do have to give the show credit for one little thing. I usually don't watch the first episode of a premiere, like the actual first episode. I usually, if I do plan on watching a new anime, I usually wait until it gets to 2 episodes or 3 episodes, and then I watch all of them in a row. That way I know, okay, I do like this. This is the first show in a while where I went, No. I need to watch this.
Yeah.
Break the rule. I want to see episode 1 now. So gotta give props there. I played Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. First Spider-Man game, good. I'm glad I actually finished it finally.
You did everything, including like the DLC.
Well, okay. Let's say I finished the main story. I haven't done the DLC. Mostly because I wanted to give it a little break. I'm actually gonna go back to it this weekend.
Yeah, I need to go back to it because I still need to finish the other DLC because I'm trying to get the platinum. Platinum's pretty easy in those games, so fuck those. Fuck the Squirrel Girl missions or whatever they are. Like fuck those fucking things suck. Oh.
But yeah, I'm glad I finally finished it. I can't believe the issue all this time has been that I installed it in the external SSD instead of the internal storage. Because the first time I tried playing it kept stuttering. So I went,
Ooh.
Oh god, the port sucks on PS5, never mind. And then turns out, oh no, I had it installed in the wrong place the entire time.
That's wow. That's really bizarre.
Yeah, it just like you would start swinging, and then after I don't know 5 minutes, it would just starting where it would freeze, wait for the rest of the block to load, start swinging again, and then freeze, wait for the rest of the block to load again. No.
My god.
And it turned out this entire time it's just that I had it installed in the wrong place. Great. Fine. Whatever.
So what are your thoughts on Miles Morales?
It is good. I was surprised by the amount of detail. The night where early in the game where you go to Miles' home, oh my god, I think I had a Puerto Rican overload. Oh my god, I recognized every single thing, and at the same time there were bits and pieces where I went, that's not how you cook that, but okay. Really good. Pretty short though.
I mean, when it came out, it was sold at a budget price, so
It was like $40 instead of $70.
It was $50.
$50. Okay.
I mean,
That's not a bad deal for like what is like a 10-hour adventure, I think. So like half
Fair.
of like Spider-Man 1.
I do wish it had more suits. but
That I agree
okay.
with. The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse suit, fantastic. No notes.
That's the best suit.
Yeah, it is.
And
I
all
really
the other
did
ones
not,
are just.
I did not change out of that suit the entire time I played that.
Man, I kind of got excited because I remember seeing like a Miles Morales suit with the Puerto Rican flag on, and I went, "Ooh, I can't wait to unlock that!" And then I play it, and it turns out, oh, that's on Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
He has a lot more suits than two.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
probably because it had a longer development time and they were able to do more for it.
I'll get the game eventually. Physical. Fuck you,
Fuck
Sony.
Sony.
And Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Started it on last week. Already finished it. Still great. Really buggy. Well, not buggy. Just feels like it's a quote-unquote remaster with a lot of quotation marks. It is not very polished. And I also see the. Actually, I shouldn't say that one. I'll say redacted.
Okay.
Because I don't want Sam 2 to ruin it.
Wow, like I'm just gonna be like, okay, but whatever. We need.
You tend to spoil things on accident when it's something you really like. So yeah.
Just don't
I'll leave
say
it
it,
there.
mainly just because we.
Yeah.
Rosebud was his sled. There's your spoiler for the episode.
Oh man, now you're gonna say Batman was there.
Batman's
was
always
there.
Actually, it was Spider-Man.
Batman's always there. We've established that.
What about Storm? Can we have Storm there?
Nope, just Batman.
Fuck.
But Silver, you got anything else?
No, there.
Okay. Alright, so moving on, we had a little bit of a lineup update, but I'll just kind of rope it into a whole lot of fucking nothing. On June, or was it 27th, Dawn to Dawn was removed from the block, and then Blue Lock and Tokyo Revengers moved up to 12:30 and 1 a.m., along with One Piece at 1:30. And then when Ninja Kamui ends this Saturday, Blue Exorcist is doubling up. So it's a whole lot of nothing's happening right now. There's not really a whole lot to talk about there.
Well, Ninja Kamui ended last week. Blue Exorcist, the double Blue Exorcist is this weekend.
I thought I said that, but okay.
We also didn't mention IGPX rerunning season
Oh,
1.
I fucking forgot about IGPX.
How could you disrespect the best Toonami original to date?
To be fair, they're starting back
That's
from
so sad.
1 again.
Like the entire time that we were all screaming, like we had these droughts, these scheduled droughts, and we're like, why don't we just run IGPX? We have it right there. You never aired the HD version of season 2, and they're like, hey, we're finally gonna bring back IGPX season 1 again.
They were saving it for the next drought.
And then by the time season 1 ends again, they'll just rerun DBZ Kai. It's a full circle.
Shut up!
oval.
Actually,
Time is a flat circle, my friends. But yeah, there's like nothing going on right now. It's like whatever to me, because it's like, well, you know, Blue Lock's close to ending. We'll probably get more Blue Lock in August. And
Oh
then
man, I can't wait for the PNGs.
we'll see what happens with Tokyo Revengers. I think it's going to continue, but we'll see what happens.
Look, all I'm just saying, hey, I actually really have been
I like
liking
it
the
more
past
than
few
Blue Lock.
episodes of Tokyo Revengers. Y'all just have no soul. Anyway,
oh, that's great. Then
I
you
like
can
it. I
do
like
the
it more than
finale
Blue
song
Lock,
for that
dude.
one.
I'm talking about Tokyo Revengers, not
I
not
know.
Blue
Sam
Lock.
2. Then Sam 2, you can do the Tokyo Revengers finale thumb.
You were saying this already.
I know, and I'll keep repeating it because I don't want to make it.
All I'm just saying is that if they actually do get the continuing seasons of Tokyo Revengers, that means that Hulu shows are on the table. And if that's the case, give me Undead Unluck the Mission Yozakura family.
And because you asked for it, it's not gonna come.
Yeah, basically.
Well, while we have IGPX on the topic, I don't think I said this when it was relevant, but Logan, Jesus Christ, those episodes in HD look amazing. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, the
We're really proud of those.
I watched the whole
I-
series with the HD remaster when I did my Toonami throwback for it. So please check that out. So that took me some time to make.
and I know the jump in quality because I own the DVD set because I bought it a few weeks before y'all announced the Blu-ray. I'm
Nice
still
one.
never gonna let you forget that.
Thank you for your sacrifice, sir.
Sam 2 runs so
Look.
Sam 1 could, or no, Sam 2 walks so I could run.
Listen, it happens literally every time we do like big announcements. Like I always see it. I'll look on the Blu-ray forums. Somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, I got sick of waiting to see if they were going to do a Blu-ray of this, so I just went ahead and bought the DVDs." And it'll be like maybe a month, maybe 2 months at worst before we're making an announcement of what they've said. And I mean, it doesn't always happen, obviously, but the amount of times I've seen it happen where somebody's like, I gave up waiting, I just bought the DVDs, and then there's a Blu-ray announcement right after. It's like, ouch. And to be fair, it doesn't just happen with our stuff. I've seen it happen with Media Blaster stuff. It used to happen with Funimation stuff, but since they Crunchyroll doesn't put out physical media for hardly anything.
Thanks, Sony.
Company's footstep.
Yeah, but yeah, so you're just one in a long line of people who.
Oh, they got him. They got him, guys.
We got him again.
Crunchyroll, you got the sniper stamp.
You said long line of people who, and then it cut out.
Yeah, it's a long line of people who sacrifice to buy the DVDs so that everyone else could get a Blu-ray.
Great.
All right.
Yeah, congratulations to Jose. He put in a lot of work for that, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, he did a lot of digging to find everything for that, and then our Astro Res guy that did the upscale, and Brady and Mark,
just did like a new interview with Jason DeMarco too, like for the Blu-ray release. Like that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Yeah, it's it's definitely one of our kitchen sink discs for sure. And I'm glad it's broadcasting again. I hope they make it season 2 so that people can at least see the rest of the HD version, even if they don't have the Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if the current lineup is anything to go by, we will probably reach season 2.
Probably.
Oh, let's hope so.
Because I don't know if they go.
Unless they do what I said.
We'll play for Blue Exorcist the third time.
All
All right then. So, even though we are a Toonami-focused podcast, we do like to talk about cartoons here. So, Annecy happened in France in June last month, and we got some news. Some of it has nothing to do with Toonami, but there are a few interesting bits that does include Toonami here. Shown off at Annecy at a Prime Video panel, new Genndy Tartakovsky show was just announced. They greenlit a Conan Barbarian series, which is like, wow, holy shit. I am like so looking forward to that because Genndy Tartakovsky, it's very obvious from all of the things that he's made. He's very inspired by Conan and Pulp Fiction in general. So I'm like really hyped for this.
I mean, I'll watch it. Anything Genndy makes, I'm there. But I'm also like, I haven't seen anything Conan. I have not seen Conan the Barbarian.
I like the old movies, and so yeah, anything. I mean, yeah, Genndy doing it. That's enough to interest me as it is, and then knowing the at least some of the old material from the movies, it's like, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah. And I mean, like, just watching Primal, like, that's a very good sign of like, oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, it's the right thing in his wheelhouse, especially because he's been doing what he's done with Primal. It's like, yeah, this makes sense that he'd want to do this next.
Oh yeah. I whenever it comes out, I'm there for it because I love Genndy. His work has been fantastic for most of his career, so I look forward to that whenever it comes out to Prime Video. I didn't write this down into my notes here, but they also screened the second season of Common Side Effects. I think we can all agree that it'll be premiering on Toonami. Well, not premiering, but it'll air on Toonami alongside its Adult Swim run.
Probably.
Yeah, which is fine. I love Common Side Effects. That was a great show. I thought it was a great pickup for Toonami, even though it was totally just hey, we're picking this up because we have nothing.
Well, and I mean, at the end of the day, Toonami has evolved so much from just being an action cartoon block that it's like, honestly, at this point, if it's animated and you put it on Toonami, it's a fit. Like, it really does not matter anymore what type of show it is. Obviously there's a limit to it, but like,
I think it still needs action of some sort, but it could be action comedy, it could be drama with some action in it, or it could be just a straight up drama too. Like, I think those shows fit better for Toonami than something like a straight up comedy. Like, as much as I don't hate Ball Masters or anything like that, but that's clearly a show that they just had and that was a freebie for them.
Right.
And I don't
The
think it
best
was
part
really...
is
But like I'm
It's
talking about
story-driven.
stuff like Pop Team Epic. Like that was a show that I mean, yeah, you can
Food
argue
Wars.
there's some action in it, but like it's clearly like a heavy comedy show.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was not when when they would talk about like, oh yeah, we're interested in action cartoons, a goofy parody show that literally repeats the same episode right after itself.
It's
like-
the perfect show for Adult Swim's Toonami, because Adult Swim
Right.
Action would have totally aired something like Pop Team Epic.
True. Yeah, and then that's really what it comes down to is, modern Toonami is just an evolution of Adult Swim Action, which itself was just an evolution of Toonami Midnight Run, and that of course was a springboard from the original. So yeah, I mean it's all just a natural evolution as as time has gone on, because let's face it, the audience has aged with the block. Like they're not targeting 10-year-old watching Cartoon Network in the afternoon after school anymore. So
Despite their best efforts, they can't really reach that audience.
yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, Common Side Effects, it's supposedly supposed to premiere sometime in 2027. I kind of expect it to be another January premiere like the last time, but we'll see what happens.
I'll be wearing the chef's hat when it happens.
I'll be looking forward to it because I loved season 1. I hope season 2 is just as good. And then for another Toonami announcement, Super Mutant Academy is premiering on the block in 2027. This actually wasn't a part of the Annecy presentation. It was part of an interview with President Michael Owlsey. I think I mispronounced his name. Sorry about that. But in an interview with, I forget their website name off the top of my head. But basically he just said, hey, we're, we want to try to do things with Toonami, and the people there are like, yeah, well, we're interested in that. And one of them was Super Mutant Academy, which was a show that Adult Swim announced a few years ago. It'll be coming out to the block sometime in 2027, probably like midway through the year, maybe summer, fall-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said that, like, when they experiment with these shows, they see that they do really well on Toonami, like with Superman and Unicorn Warriors and all that.
Well, I mean,
so it's
I
they're
feel
gonna
like
keep doing
Superman is
that.
like, that's like the most no-brainer. Why didn't you premiere this on the block beforehand? But I digress.
Anything else about Annecy?
We did get an announcement for a Joker anime produced by everyone's favorite. Say it with me now.
Oh God, no!
Sola
Sola
Entertainment.
no.
Hey, I had to watch the Ghost in the Shell 2045 show done by that man. And they're also, like, completely off topic, but I just have to mention, they're also working on the new Ruby season. So Ruby fans are soon going to be feeling our pain.
Well, and on top of that, while this, I know it's sort of future topic, so I won't talk about it much, but they did just announce that there's a new Gundam series announcement coming at Comic-Con in, like a week or two, and there were leaks earlier this year that suggested that Sola is involved potentially with the new Gundam show. So now there was no verification on those leaks, but if they're true, then that's happening too, and I'm just
Jump off the
That
building.
means Gundam is dead.
It's over. It's been a 45, almost 50-year run. It's been a nice one.
We're gonna need a Gundam Wing 2 to save it.
Which they're working on.
But yeah, like the Joker anime. A funny article, I think it was from Variety, calling it the first DC anime. I'm like, so the Suicide
What happened to
Squad thing
Suicide Squad?
does not count anymore? Like, what?
I don't understand why can't we
That
have
was
Suicide
retcon.
Squad on the block?
But yeah, like, the premise is, like, I think in this universe of this Joker anime, Batman is dead. Batman is dead. Insert Jeff Keighley clip here. But it's like dealing with, like, well, what does Joker do? Because Batman is his nemesis and he foils everything he does. So what happens when you don't have the punchline to your joke. So that's a very interesting premise. I'm interested to see how that turns out. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And I kind of lost interest once you told me that Batman's dead, and now Joker has to figure out what he's going to do after that.
The whole
Man,
show is just him
I
sitting
think
at the couch, like eating ice cream out of the tub.
I think they've done that as a concept before in one of the comics, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Nightwing becomes Batman. There. That's it.
So, anything else on Fantasy?
Not that I wrote down. I guess there's a Power movie being
I was
in development or greenlit or where whatever fucking bullshit. Like whenever they say they're moving on with or doing a project and it's greenlit, that doesn't mean anything to me until I actually see writers, directors, producers on board. The same thing with the Thundercats thing. It's like, well, that thing has been in development since 2021, so yeah, nothing. So like I'm not really putting those on there because it's like until we get like confirmation between like who's directing this animated Powerpuff Girls and Thundercats film, I just don't care. I mean, there's also the Has Been Hotel creator pitched a movie to Warner Brothers. Great for them. Who knows if it'll survive with everything going on.
I was just gonna say, because one of the recaps do mention nothing specific, but they do say new Toonami originals ordered. What they are,
but I mean,
we don't
like,
know.
That was also in the same interview with Michael Alstein, head of Adult Swim and Cartoon Network, where they're like, yeah, we're going to make more originals for Toonami. I was like, I bet you, I hope you, I would assume that you would already were working on shit like that. And of course, they're not going to announce anything now. We already know about Ninja Kamui seasons 2 and 3. Those, I think, are going to be back-to-back next year. And then I think that they might have an announcement maybe sometime next year for a new original. But we'll get to it in the next topic because that kind of funnels into that next topic. But Silver, go on with what you were going to say.
All I ask for Ninja Kamui Season 2, the only thing, write your script better. Polish the script. Don't just make the rough draft and then make it into anime like the first season, please. That's all I want.
My recommendation to them would be that even though I know graphics cards are expensive right now, please upgrade from the Dreamcast that you were rendering everything on. I mean, listen, I'll sell you like a 2060 Super for cheap. Like, just please, something that's not 20 years old. Like, come on.
They will use a PlayStation 2
Talk to the team that did Togen Anki, because they were doing their stuff through the PS3. So
yeah, they're using that cell architecture, man.
So, you know,
I can sell them my PS3 technology. If that helps, I'll sell it to them. Just don't rely on the Dreamcast either. So just polish the script. Don't use the Dreamcast. Those are my only two asks about more Ninja Kamui.
I mean, like, at this point, I'm assuming the mechs are here to stay. Like, I don't think they're getting rid of the mechs, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but fine. It's just there's way too many issues with the first season. Whatever.
Anything else?
Nope. Sorry. Yeah, I think that does it for Annecy because I don't think there's really a whole lot there that was really focused on much of what I think is interesting to talk about. I mean, a bunch of other DC stuff was announced. I think they talked a bit about more Batman going to Prime Video, not surprising. No news on Superman because they are not sure if they've been given a green light for season 4, so...
Yeah, they said unconfirmed season 4.
We'll see what happens. Show's doing very well for itself, so I mean, like, it would probably be a great idea to renew it, but I don't know. I don't work there. So yeah, that does it for the Annecy recap. If you want more in detail stuff, you can go check out that stuff online. There's various sources. I think the Animation Magazine might have some things that go into more detail of everything that was announced there. I just highlighted some things, excuse me, that I thought were interesting to talk about. So then, moving on, San Diego Comic-Con is coming by pretty quickly. What day is it starting?
It's like, is it next Thursday? Like, not next week, but is it like, I think it's the 23rd?
Yeah, it's normally like the end of July they have San Diego Comic-Con, and then of course, like typical, Adult Swim returns with Adult Swim on the green. No Toonami on the green. That's dead. It's never coming back.
Wait, that was a thing? I never heard of this.
Yeah,
it was like the
Toonami
first.
on the green.
Yeah, they did. There was. Did they do it like the first year before they switched to the Adult Swim on the green stuff?
Oh wait, was that where they
It was
announced
always a part of, like,
Boruto?
Yeah, that was one. It was always a part of Adult Swim on the green. It was like their Saturday little panel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when they would normally announce their, like, hey, we have this new acquisition. Don't do that anymore.
Was that where they announced Boruto?
Yep, that's where you also heard the large
Yeah.
call from the crowd.
Which is why they don't do it anymore.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I would also argue that they don't do it anymore because I remember that they also did a Q&A and literally every...
Oh yeah, it's just like, hey, we want
Hey,
to
did you
recommend
get
the
this
to you."
show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why do you
You
think
know?
like whenever we do Q&As for Discotech, like the first thing we tell everybody is it's like, please don't ask us licensing questions, don't ask us to get a show. All you're doing is wasting Q&A time for somebody else who has an actual question for something that we literally have to just go, we can't tell you, because if we could tell you, we'd have told you at the panel already.
Yep.
Yeah, the problem is that Toonami, in their case, they kind of limited on what they can actually, even more limited on what they can actually answer.
That's probably why they don't do conventions anymore.
Yeah.
Man, and I always attended their Momocon panels too. That was the reason I went to Momocon.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see what they have here. Maybe they'll announce a
triple one.
original instead of making us wait.
Oh man, more
I-
double One
I
Piece.
said to think the San Diego Comic-Con for the preview stuff is going to be stuff that we already know about. So
Yeah.
I expect trailers for Get Jiro, which will premiere after Superman.
Yeah.
We're going to get trailers for Ninja Kamui Season 2. That's more than likely going to be there because they need to start advertising that. I think that might be it for Toonami. Those show common side effects because, of course, they will. I think they even confirmed that it's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm looking at their schedule here, and like 12 p.m. Common Side Effects Season 2, then the President Curtis Rick and Morty spinoff, panel of My Adventures of Superman, and another Rick and Morty panel.
Yeah, and like with the My Adventures of Superman panel, don't expect anything. That's just going to be a nice little, hey, we're going to show you a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, and then we're going to talk
And
about.
here's a sneak peek of tomorrow's episode or something.
Yeah, something like that, where it's just like it's a nothing burger of a panel, but it's just there to be like, yeah, we're still invested into this thing. So yeah, sure.
I mean,
Yeah, well, and then don't they have that green? I mean, even though it's listed as a Superman panel, but they have that Green Lantern spin-off still in production too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
showing that you're still invested in Superman when you're spinning off the Green Lantern show, like that's smart because obviously you don't want to just be like, oh yeah, so this is it, and it's like because you're going to kill the momentum for the particular universe that you're trying to build.
Yeah, and I could see it being like, okay, both shows might be in production, so let's say season 4 gets greenlit, that means it'll take a year off, and then
Right.
Green Lantern will start up, take a year off if it gets renewed for more episodes. Cycle continues, right? That's how the production cycle works for those things.
Yeah. Hey, if they keep up the quality, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, I mean Superman season 3 is great, and I'm really looking forward to what they do with the Green Lantern series. I think, was it you that I was talking to you about, like what they might do with it? Like I put out like a joke suggestion, and I think like for a serious suggestion, it might be kind of like Outlaw Star, which would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that'd be a good way to go. I mean, because we were talking about it because of the fact that the creators were talking about how they were obviously inspired by stuff like Dragon Ball Z. Which, if you haven't seen some of the previews, I think it's the preview for this week. The future Trunks and Gohan parallels are extreme. So like, that's the thing, is they keep saying that their Green Lantern stuff is gonna have a different anime inspiration, and it's like, well, yeah, if they go with Outlaw Star, I could see that really working for a Green Lantern series.
Or they do Sailor Moon.
Actually, I think it is Sailor Moon. I'm guessing, but in the episode.
We'll talk about that when we actually get to My Adventure, because season 3 is a topic.
Yeah,
but there's one frame where it's just one frame of like wedding rings, and there's a Green Lantern ring. So they tell me, jewelry. I wonder. Or maybe it's just an Easter egg, but it just
Well, that's obviously them just planting the seeds of like, hey, we're doing this, and they introduced Jessica Cruz in episode 2, so they're starting to like plant the seeds. They're like, hey, we're doing this thing. Also, it hasn't been confirmed what network is going to run the Green Lantern, but I think we all agree it's going to be on Adult Swim, and it's going to premiere on Toonami, so it's like, whatever.
If it's in the same universe...
It'd be weird for it to be like, this airs on Toonami, and then this thing airs on Prime Videos. Like, what? No. That makes no sense.
Anything else?
For San Diego Comic-Con, I mean, like, other than the panels and then the night of, like, sneak peeks, not really. Adult Swim has been kind of bare with, like, what they do with Adult Swim on the Green these years. I mean, at least compared to years past.
San Diego Comic-Con is one of those like bucket list conventions that I eventually want to knock out. I was looking back on my Anime Expo stuff, and I was like, I would like to go back, but money. But yeah.
So then, I guess we will move on to our next topic, which is another Toonami original ended between our last podcast and now.
Cock, indeed.
Well, Toonami adaptation.
I guess. I'll call it an original, because it's like, well, it premiered on Toonami. Toonami might have the English dub rights for it in perpetuity, maybe.
Yeah, I will say, I'm like kind of confused when it comes to the whole like ownership thing, because this is like a Viz and Adult Swim own this. Like, because like whenever an episode ends, you see Viz in the outro.
Because I mean, like with Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, they paid to be a part of just being the broadcaster of it, because that was Manga Entertainment who paid for the production of that show with IG, and then Adult Swim went to IG and was like, hey, we want to be a part of this thing, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And they threw down some money for it.
Look,
yeah, and then
Jason
like you also look at stuff like IGPX, where Bandai Entertainment had the home video rights back in the day when it was originally made, and then they folded, and so Discotech was able to pick the license back up later on. So the thing is, like, if Viz's involvement is strictly because they were like, oh, okay, we've got the manga rights, we'll get involved with the home video rights and help with the dubbing and all that, then it could end up being that, yeah, down the road they could end up dropping the license to it when they just don't see any interest in it anymore. And that doesn't necessarily rule out Adult Swim still having their portion of it, because they just own perpetual broadcast rights. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with Big O season 2. Adult Swim can't air season 1 because they didn't produce anything having to do with that, but they can air season 2 whenever the hell they want, despite the fact that, like, right now, as far as we know, it's completely unlicensed because Sentai Filmworks seem to have dropped it.
Yep.
And, so Adult Swim could still pull it out and air season 2 whenever they want, but they can never air season 1 without negotiating with Sunrise or Bandai or whoever has the license, anything like that.
Yeah.
So who knows what'll happen with Rooster Fighter,
Yeah. And it's like I'm very confused of like what happened with Space Dandy. Is that a show that they have ownership of, or is that just a show that they just paid to broadcast once, and then once it was pulled off, they were like, well, if you want to run it again? It seems like with Rooster Fighter, it's more of a cut dry. They have it. It's in their library. If they can pull it out whenever. They can whip out that cock whenever.
Oh boy, get ready for it to return to the rerun slots like once or twice a year.
Hey, sometimes you just,
You can't
you go from
that cock too much. It's just
so I mean, sometimes at 3:00 in the morning. I mean, so what? So they decide to run it as morning wood.
That's a good one.
But like actually getting into the show itself.
10 out of 10. No.
The joke or the
joke or the show?
The joke.
Okay.
The show is great. How would you rank this amongst the pantheon of Toonami originals? I know the bar is pretty low.
You asking me that question or just the panel?
The panel.
Okay, so for me, it'd be IGPX, Uzumaki, then Rooster Fighter. Oh man, I have to look at the list of all the originals they have, but that would be.
I was gonna say we don't have to do everything on top 3. I mean, for me, I'd probably say IGPX, Lazarus, and Rooster Fighter.
Lazarus. Forgot about Lazarus.
Don't tell Anime News Network. Out of curiosity, as the show was airing, I was looking at Anime News Network just to see if they were going to give it the Lazarus treatment, and they were mixed. They weren't Lazarus bad, but they weren't, extremely positive either.
Which I kind of understand is the beginning portions of Rooster Fighter are very Monster of the Week. So if you're not really interested in the monster,
what do you mean? They got sex in episode 1. Who don't like the sex scenes?
And a hot cock on pen action. But yeah, I totally get it, because it's I do feel for this adaptation of Rooster Fighter, it's been a while since I last read the manga, but at least the early portions of the manga, but I do remember it being somewhat they planted the seeds of the demons in the show, in the manga, a lot better than they did in the series, because you don't get introduced to them until after the whole Morio thing. So I'm kind of curious, because maybe one day I'll go back and read through the early chapters again. But for me, I think for an adaptation of this, I really, really liked it. I thought it was fun to sit down and watch, and I was not really bothered by the CGI in the show. It's that great. It's what all good shows should do, is that you have two elements and they blend well with the CGI. There are instances where the CGI isn't great. That cat in episode 3 or 4, that was good. But for the most part, I think it did what it set out to do. It was a fun show that was entertaining.
I will say there was a lot more 2D than I thought. I thought the show was all going to be CG, and then it's oh no, it's the chickens and the monsters are the CG, while all the humans and some
even
of the background
the chickens,
stuff.
When they're in normal non-fighting scenes, it's all hand drawn.
Although I just gotta say, because it's damn, near the end of the show, this really did get Dragon Ball Z by the chickens.
Yep.
Because it was just you got what was his name, Keisuke, they're doing like a whole brotherly fight, and I swear to God, this just looks like DBZ with like, and then okay, clearly the end of the last episode or second to last, that was like a Super Saiyan moment, like the legendary Super Cock. That's what I'm calling it. It was like either Super Saiyan or Kaioken, but I'm calling it a Super Saiyan moment because that was literally wholesale Frieza killing Krillin again.
Nah, that's a Kaio cock times 10.
There you go.
I mean, if we're talking story-wise, that's tough because it's like I'm having fun with it and I like it, but that's really all I got on it.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I don't
said,
think it's deep.
Like I said, the beginning portions of the manga aren't necessarily amazing.
But also, Pyoko is annoying.
Oh yeah, Pyoko is annoying in the manga too. But I really think if they make more, if they ever choose to make more, the adaptation would actually be quite a turn from where season 1 ended, and I think it actually does get really, really interesting, really fast. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future if they make more.
I don't know. I tend to notice with a lot of these like Viz Media produced shows, they only last one season. Like Zom 100, this show, they got Black Torch, which I know is going to be one season because there's no more material after that. Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? They could make more.
I mean, the big thing you have to remember with most manga adaptations, like especially, I mean, it's one thing when you have like Western production influence getting involved, but most manga adaptations are primarily done to drive sales of the manga.
Yep.
So the thing is, like, if it does really well, like, like your Don to Don or your Bleach, any of that kind of stuff, yeah, it can continue going because it's selling well enough, both in anime and manga form, that they'll just keep going. But otherwise, with a lot of these, if they don't see enough of a return on, on their investment, basically, out of the box, and people jumping over to the manga, they'll just walk away from it and just go to hell with it, because at the end of the day, the manga's still there. If you get attached to it and you enjoy the anime, and okay, fine, it's not blowing up the world, we can't spend the money on it. Well, the people who want to continue the story can just go buy the manga. Done.
And in the case of Psalm 100, you also have to remember that production was a disaster in that show. So when production is that much of a disaster, it can be great, but the odds of it getting a second season because of previous experience immediately goes down.
Yeah, it's one thing if you go, oh yeah, we got to delay, the final episode an extra week. Somebody's probably just going to be like, okay, fine, whatever. But when you have that many, potential delays and shit coming up, yeah, it does not look good on you getting, another season. Like, it's the kind of thing that when the manga is complete, if it's worth it, maybe someday a studio will pick it up and go, let's do this again. But again, it also has to be the kind of manga that sticks in the collective conscience. I mean, granted, JoJo's is still active, but like, yeah, they did the OVAs and stuff, and then they came back to it. Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, they made a show. It was doing really well. They had to write an anime original ending. The manga finished, and they went, yeah, this did good enough. Let's make another one. So yeah, I mean, there's always
fingers crossed for Soul Eater one day. Fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like there's your chance that it will happen if the show, if the manga holds enough interest in the fan base years later, then you at least have a chance in that regard. Because you look at stuff like Black Lagoon. At this point, if they were to make new Black Lagoon, I kind of would just like them to just restart it and just do a whole new one from the start. Because what are you going to try and pick it up from after the OVA from 15 years ago now?
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Stalking.
Well,
Yeah.
eh.
But
that was an original production by the studio deciding to make a follow-up. That's a different story.
Yeah.
You know, it's when you're dealing with these I mean, look at Hunter x Hunter. People keep asking for when can we get the original Hunter x Hunter, from 1999 or whatever it was.
Never.
And granted, that's another one that's not finished, obviously, but it's the same kind of thing. Like, if when that wraps up, do they revive it from where the anime dropped at, or do they just go ahead and do another reboot of it? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised if, for stuff like that, it's just like, well, just wait until the manga concludes. And with something like Hunter x Hunter, who knows how long that fucking takes.
Yeah, because look at Berserk. I mean, the
I
freaking
cry
creator,
as a Berserk fan.
The creator died, and the manga's still going on. So it's like, and granted, I mean, Berserk has had exactly one adaptation that was good, and everything else has been fucking read dog shit. But
yeah.
Anyway, Rooster Fighter.
Yeah, Rooster Fighter.
Good show. Also, Kirk Thornton once again playing an anime dad. Like, this is the third anime dad he's played.
Deadbeat dad.
He's a deadbeat dad. Like, I just like how he's introduced, and then they're trying to rush the danger. It's like, we have to go save him, and then he's like, wait, Keisuke, look, there's a hen in the pen. There's a gorgeous looking hen there. I'm like I'm getting. It's just like. It was like it's like Kirk Thornton playing another anime dad, because he's Fujimoto in Blue Exorcist and Mash's dad in Mashal. I forgot his name, but I just find that so hilarious. But sorry, Silver, to cut you off.
No, nothing. Just I'm kind of missed on Rooster Fighter. I wanted to love it, and I only ended up liking it. If I had to rank it, I would. Okay, IGPS, Lazarus, Rooster Fighter, and then Uzumaki. But the only reason Uzumaki is lower is because of the pacing of the show. It is way too fast for its own good. In Rooster Fighter's case, I actually like the episodic episodes more than when the plot started. Because it's not that it's bad, it's just that once the plot starts, like once you start seeing a story, that later half is very trope, cliche heavy. Like way too much. To the point where I don't know, if I do have a problem where if I see where things are going that easily, I start losing interest, because it's just the shonen cliches. Oh, it turns out that he has a power of legend. Oh no, we're about to lose.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
over. Oh my god, he's unlocked the power. He's the legendary. I forgot the name of. He has the egg. He has the egg. So, like, to me, I actually like the first half way more than the later half. I don't know if that's good. Episodic Monster of the Week. Oh, sure, but there is something to be said where if I'm more engaged with the episode of the week format in this show than when the plot started, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm hoping that if there's more, it will get way better. Production wise, think we have a good CGI show. It is the first Toonami original with decent CGI since
Hold on, IGPX.
Yeah, the first good one since IGPX.
What studio did Rooster Fighter, by the way? I don't think I ever asked this.
Oh, I forgot the name of the studio.
Is it like a well-known one, or did they like go to the dollar store again, like they did with the housing
hold on a
complex?
second.
If it was Sola, I'm gonna need them to bring that for Ninja Kamui.
Let's see
Season
here.
two.
The anime
I mean,
series.
Sola was in
Ben
the credits.
Zigen was the animation studio behind it.
Okay,
Never heard of that.
Ninja Kamui, get that.
I
Get
can
that.
list off a couple. So they worked with a co-production with Gainax on the first season of Panning and Stocking.
They did.
Yeah, well, a co-production. Probably more like they were a support team for them. They worked on a bunch of the Bang Dream stuff. Sakura Wars, the animation in 2020. Guilty Gear Strive, Dual Rulers, which I've never seen. So basically,
Oh, that's another CG show. Yeah, I forgot. They announced the Guilty Gear.
yeah, and they worked
May.
on Ishahara. I don't know how to pronounce that, but they've worked on a few popular things. And yeah,
Either
they
way.
mostly work on like CGI stuff too. Like most of the stuff that they've produced has been just CGI anime.
Yeah, I remember
Either
they
way,
announced.
really well made. If you get more, get them again. Just again, don't go to the Ninja Kamui guys who did the CGI. Stay on the PS4 or PS3. I don't know what they used, but stay on that.
No. They definitely used, I want to say, the PS4 Pro, because Togenanki used the PS3, and I do not want to put Rooster Fighter on the same level as Togenanki.
Fair.
I thought you mean Peak Fiction?
Peak Fiction. The only reason I don't want to put them on the same level is because Togenanki beats the shit out of Rooster Fighter. It's the best show ever. Can't wait for Toonami to air it. I really hope Toonami airs Peak Fiction Togenanki.
If
Just spit on
Togenanki
my
is peak,
screen.
if Togenanki is Peak Fiction, then Rooster Fighter is Beak Fiction.
Perfect. No notes.
So Logan, what did you think about Rooster Fighter?
I liked it. I thought, even from the point where Sam and I got to see the preview at Anime Expo, it scratched an itch. It was basically, I didn't need it to be amazing. I just wanted to be entertained by it, and more so than that was I wanted to be entertained with it from start to finish of the season. I didn't want to start out with something that felt really hyped and then just fell off a fucking cliff.
So like
And-
Ninja Kamui.
Right. And that was the thing, was like, my biggest concern was, because honestly, that's kind of been, even stuff like Lazarus, which I wouldn't necessarily say fell off a cliff, but it
That
felt like
ending
its
was rushed.
pacing. Yeah, exactly. Its ending was not satisfying. Whereas, while, I mean, I could sit there and go, Rooster Fighter's ending was not really an ending. There's obviously, places for it to go. I still can sit here and go, I enjoyed that. It was done. I'm happy with it. If I get more, great. If I don't, I'm good with what we got. And even like with Lazarus, it was like, I'm happy with what we got, but it could have been more.
Yeah.
Whereas like like using Uzumaki as an example, Uzumaki fell off a cliff, but not because of the story. I think that the execution of the story, I agree with Silver, maybe a 5th episode could have helped, ignoring the production problems that they obviously ran into. If we're just looking at it strictly from the concept of like, it worked, it did everything, it was fine, everything had gone smooth, I think a 5th episode probably could have helped. But at the end of the day, Uzumaki did exactly what it set out to do, and so I'm very happy with it. So that's why I think I'd agree with the ranking of, like, we all agree IGPX is number one. Like, it sits at the top. Just put it aside. I would agree. I think
that actually feels complete.
right, but it's like, I think I would probably put Uzumaki right behind, well, not right behind IGPX, but as far as non-IGPX originals, I'd probably rank that the highest, just because, yeah, the animation execution fell apart. That sucked. But it did what I hoped it would do in the 4 episodes that it had. Could have been a little better by having that 5th episode maybe, but it is what it is. I think I'd probably put Rooster Fighter right after it, and then put Lazarus behind that, with everything else just kind of like, well, they exist. I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, because at the end of the day, the Fooly Cooly stuff, they aren't necessarily bad as far as their completeness. Well, with like Fooly Cooly 2 and 3.
Grunge was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, fair. But at the same time, it's like, with those, it also just kind of turns into like, why are we doing this? Like, I might even give, put Ninja Kamui, right behind those others, just in that it's like, okay, at least it executed. It I don't know. It's hard to rank all that stuff, but yeah,
the bar of quality for the Toonami original,
right? And that's exactly it. Is the bar was so low for it to clear. Lazarus was a good step up, and I think Rooster Fighter's biggest advantage was it executed on all of its points. Maybe not the best anime out there, but it pulled it off. The 2D animation was fine. The 3D animation was generally fine. I mean, yeah, like you said, the cat, it. Occasionally it doesn't look so great, but how many animes have shitty cuts that you end up seeing on a TV broadcast that they fix for a Blu-ray? So, it executed the story well enough. So yeah, I was happy with it. If they make more, I will absolutely be in line to watch it. I hope they. I think that I think that they just. I don't know. It's just that they got the assignment. They understood what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that point. For me, it's just like a matter of with Toonami's biggest problem with originals is that they put out a lot, but their quality hasn't been all that great. So I think for them to just continuously go, okay, here's a new one. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, well then. Throw it into the pile. But I think I think for me it is just a matter of, okay, we have 2 good shows. I hope Ninja Kamui Season 2 is good. We'll see what happens there. But they need to continuously put out good originals at a consistent pace rather than put out dozens of originals and for them to be a shotgun approach. And look, I get it.
Prioritize quality over quantity.
Yeah, but I also get it from like a production standpoint, is that you're always gonna greenlight stuff that you're not really thrilled about making, but you do it because you want to keep your partners happy, which I understand, and there's nothing we can do about that. But at the end of the day, I'd much rather them focus on quality rather than a quantity amount of original content.
And with that said, let's cancel Ninja Kamui Season 2 and 3 so that we can actually get some good stuff.
Amen. Alright, since we're done talking about cock, we're going to talk about balls.
I was about to say, it was like, someone better say that.
Dandadan Season 2 finished its run on Toonami, and it's now the painful wait of waiting a full goddamn year for Season 3. I want it now! Sorry.
Or you could do what Logan and I did and just read the manga. Haha.
I want to be surprised by the anime. But yeah.
I mean, we could still be surprised too, because the anime clearly blows things out of the water compared to the manga.
But yeah. Season 2 of Dandadan, I watched it when it premiered in 2025. It is a joy to watch it again, all the way through. Dandadan is like one of those animes, because there is a few rare occasions where I actually go back and re-watch anime. Gurren Lagann, re-watch that when Toonami re-aired it. Fantastic fucking show. I'll check out DBZ. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z, so of course I checked out DBZ Kai when it ran. I will rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho every now and then, because that's a fantastic series. But I don't tend to go back to most shows, because I'm always on the move for like, oh, what's the next big thing that I want to watch? But with Dandadan, it is one of those cases where I'm like, yeah, this show is really good. The execution of the idea is fantastic, and the animation and just direction of the show is phenomenal. Where it's like, yeah, I don't care how many times I sit down to watch this. This show's fantastic from beginning to end. And season 2 upped the bar like tenfold from season 1, and season 1 was already on like that really good shit.
Bryce Papenbrook. He was there. He invaded another show. I actually really like his performance as Quinto.
Yeah,
I was just laughing because it's like they announced Bryce, and I was just like, Bryce invades another anime. God damn it!
he's everywhere. He's omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipotent.
Him, Zeno Robinson. There was someone else. I forgot who.
My only complaint is that I didn't know it was gonna be part of the cast.
When we hear an echo.
It's coming from Logan.
What?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check.
Silver speak.
Hi.
Okay,
There's no echo.
Okay.
It's because the echo was coming from Logan. I noticed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, my only complaint is that I didn't know Quinta was gonna be part of the cast. So the finale art that I made immediately became outdated in the very finale of the season. Wow, okay. Fine. Fuck you. Great fucking season, but fuck you.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that that season 3 will end up being twice as many episodes, just because the manga I think has gotten far enough ahead that they could legitimately make a double length season, and I really hope that they do.
If Science Saru can handle it.
I mean, they're handling a hell of a lot at the moment, so I have faith that they can do it.
They got like 2 shows this season.
Yeah, oh man. I don't know. I would love it if it was more than just 12 episodes, but they might just continue on with 12 episodes and then continue each season with a cliffhanger, because that's Dandadan's thing, is that they ended on a cliffhanger. I'm like,
that's every anime's thing. Look at the number of anime in the past spring that ended on a cliffhanger. That's
shows in general. I mean,
yeah.
Shit, the Star Trek Academy show, that's that only has 2 seasons. The second season hasn't aired, and they already said it ends on a cliffhanger, and they got canceled, so they're not even renewing it. Like,
oh my god.
At least, yeah, that's what really pisses me off. So it's like, at least with the anime, that they end on a cliffhanger. You can almost tell when they end on these cliffhangers, where you know that they're, even if they're not saying it straight away, you know they're planning a 3rd season, or an additional season, depending on how many it has. Whereas, some of these other shows, like, they end and it's like, we could make more, but we don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, Dandadan is one where we at least know we're getting a 3rd season.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it at least ends better than season 1, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it ends at the beginning of a new arc, which is like,
yeah.
So that's a better finale, but I'm still like, oh my god, you can't end like this.
You can't keep getting away with this.
I will say, I fucking died laughing that the season just ends with Okaroon getting kissed, and you see Moa just go, oh no.
I think the funniest thing that came from that was that the house blew up in the background and Ira was still in there.
Well,
I didn't even think about this. Oh, thank God she's dead. Oh, thank God, she's so annoying. God, the ship can go on. We're good.
What was I gonna say? I really like how they upped the I don't want to say they upped the stakes, or maybe they upped the stakes, but they also upped a lot of the character building and all that. Did anyone else squeal at the hand holding.
Oh man, when I first saw it, I'm like,
That was one
And
of
it-
those things that they adapted from the manga flawlessly.
Like her rubbing her hands on him, and then like the oh god, the freaking maid cafe.
welcome home, you
Oh,
sack
you-
of shit.
No, it's welcome home, you bastard, and in the manga it was welcome to our establishment, you sack of shit.
Yeah.
I like the manga a little bit better, but the anime's delivery was just really good. And again, like, I think we talked about this when Dandadan Season 1 ended, but, like, the English sub's fantastic. Like, there's no notes given here. Like, everyone does a fantastic job in the dub.
Yeah, and now they added Bryce to the list. It was just like, oh boy. Now we just need Zach Aguilar to show up somewhere, and then we'll have the Demon Slayer cast reunited.
It'll be the closest thing we'll get to having Demon Slayer back.
Sadly, you're right.
Give it like 5 years when it's not making as much money. Oh well,
That's
the
impossible.
movie. Well, actually, no, the movie.
Well,
the
the
two
movie will
movies
probably
are
never
gonna-
air on television, but, you know, maybe they'll do a movie recut.
No, I'm 100% expecting a movie recut. But anyway, off topic. Don season 2. I freaking oh my god! Like, I'm kind of being honest when I was first seeing it. I was getting a little tired of the I wanted the Evil Eye stuff to like wrap up quick, just to get a move on. The Evil Eye stuff took like over half the season,
Mm-hmm.
and then we eventually did get to the kaiju stuff. But also, without the Evil Eye stuff, we wouldn't have gotten Dragon Force on Toonami. It was like that whole freaking sequence, which, yeah, we could talk about that now. Like, you know what I love that most anime don't do anymore, and I hate to death? When an anime has a musical number, and they're singing, and they actually go out of their way to translate the singing and the music. Like, they did it so perfectly for Dandadan, and I remember seeing some shows in the past, particularly from Funimation, where they actually went the extra mile in doing that. And nowadays, if a show has a musical number, it's staying in Japanese, and it just feels so wrong, in my opinion. So
Well,
to
the
see
Funimation
Dandadan,
bit different because they didn't have in Funimation days they had to work with whatever they got from the Japanese sides.
like a good example is like One Piece movie Gold. That movie started with like a straight up Disney ass like villain musical number, and they actually went and translated that whole section. Then you have One Piece movie Red, which is literally about an idol, and all her music is still in Japanese, even though the voice actress who did her in English sings also.
So part
Yeah,
of that
but
can have to do with
It's a
music
rights issue though.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is it's music rights. The problem you run into is the labels that are involved can be so controlling. Like, I know of a
they
show...
did get Otto, yes, popular idol Otto, I think it was her name.
Right, and like, I know of a show that is currently airing that, well, it was airing, I think it's over now, but I know for a fact that the reason Crunchyroll did not have subtitles for any of the music, despite the fact that certain songs in the show were kind of critical for, like, plot points, because some of the lyrics, like, actually make direct references that the show, like, calls out on. It was because the music labels in Japan wouldn't sign off on translations of their lyrics, so they literally just had to leave the songs completely unsubtitled. And like that's the level of control you're working with. So the problem is, if they go, well, we don't want a cover of this because we don't want you changing the representation of our show or our movie, what can you do? You're
Nothing.
stuck. Yeah, and it sucks, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. You know, at least I will give them credit that sometimes if you have a voice actor who's at least fluent enough in Japanese, they will sometimes allow them to record a cover sung in Japanese as long as the lyrics aren't changed and they perform the lyrics as presented. But that's few and far between too, because most voice actors are not fluent enough in Japanese to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, sadly, a symptom of anime becoming so huge on this side of the planet has been more control from the Japanese side. Like when it's a niche thing, and when it's a niche audience, and they almost know for certainty that no one in Japan is gonna hear the cover that the Americans are gonna make for their opening. So who cares? What does it matter? But in 2026, when anime is so huge and music streaming services are a thing, they don't want anyone to mistake like an English dub of a song made for a show as an official product of the music company. And so
right. Well, and the thing
now
is,
you have that dilemma.
Yeah, well, and it's also because it's so global. Like that's the thing, is everything was the Wild West in the 80s and 90s when you didn't have the internet so broadly accessible for people to see that kind of stuff. So that's exactly it. They just washed their hands of it and were just like, yeah, here, you have the license, you can do whatever the hell you want with this. We don't give a shit. And that was it. Now, yeah, I mean, we have dubs that literally come out at the exact same moment that something is released in Japan. It's a completely different ballgame from what it used to be.
I just realized we deviated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, going back to Dawn to Dawn, because that seems to be our specialty, is deviating. Point is, I really like season 2 a lot. It steps up a lot of the first season. I really enjoyed, like especially the romance between Momo and Okarun, and the kaiju stuff was great. Like Kinta, he's annoying. I say these things, but I'm also leaving out a very, very, very important thing, is that I read the manga. And I'm not going to say anything about that because for obvious reasons. But I really like season 2. And I'm just very happy that it's going to get more seasons. So, I'm just excited to see what they do. And, despite me having read the manga, Science Saru still manages to surprise. Like, an example being the house explosion. That didn't happen in the manga. She didn't blow up the house in the manga. Like, that was all anime original. So, things like that. But that's all I gotta say.
I have 2 words about season 3. Pure beef.
Okay. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's a show about balls, so.
All right. Have we gotten through our thoughts on Dandadan?
I think so.
All right.
I guess.
So, I guess we'll briefly talk about My Adventures with Superman Season 3, since it premiered after Rooster Fighter ended, which was it June 10th?
July. No, not July. I'm saying July. It was June.
The point is, it's great.
I got to see the entire season early because I got to put out a review for it. It is a great season of television, and that is all I will say about it because I want to avoid spoiling as much as possible for everyone here.
Why are we calling it Superman? Clearly, this is Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks Saga.
Yeah.
It's
it's very interesting for this season. I'm not going to go into a whole topic about this, but it's like they are adapting very famous stories from the Superman mythos. The future plotline is not just something from Dragon Ball Z. That's an actual future events comic.
No, it's just more that they're giving certain visual.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But this week's episode, I think it's not a surprise. They've already basically spoiled it. It's the death of Superman, which is a very famous comic in the Superman comic run, basically detailing the death of Superman. So it'll be interesting to see people's reactions for this week's episode.
Can I just say? Oh, sorry.
The one thing I find surprising, and I realized this like yesterday. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the promo that they showed for this season, it all used footage like up to, I'm guessing, tomorrow's episode. It didn't show anything from like the later half.
I haven't
And
seen
it's-
those.
it's
Man,
good.
get ready
Yeah,
for the
so-
CG mechs.
Shut up. Well, actually, we already saw CG Max. in
Yeah,
season one.
the
So-
Evangelion fucker things.
It's so good though, and I do kind of love that they are driving Lois insane.
Oh man, God, fuck Jimmy.
Oh,
We
dude, I was gonna
finally have a
say,
day,
Oh my God.
and he ruins it immediately.
I am
God,
just
that's
like,
so
I am
infuriating.
just like, I was gonna say, it was like Jimmy Olsen within 2 episodes has already indicted himself into the Hall of Bag Fumblers next to Mark Grayson of Invincible,
You
Mako
have this
from The Legend of
woman who's
Korra,
clearly
and
a
Rudy from
fucking
Mushoku
hero.
Tensei.
What is
Okay,
wrong
okay,
with
but-
you?
Okay, but look, it's gonna hurt. I can't believe it. I'm gonna defend Jimmy a little here.
Oh
Oh
god.
God, no, get out of here.
no,
I just-
no, no. I said a
She-
little, not entirely, because it's
She's
still a
just
fuck.
like, I like you, please go out with me, but you're too good for me.
No, that's not the reason. Okay, part of him feels like that, but I do think that he does. I do kind of see his point of, okay, but you don't know anything. Okay, think about it like this. Kara, from what season 2 was, it's safe to assume that she theoretically didn't interact with almost anyone. Like, she was on autopilot because of Brainiac almost entirely. She arrives on Earth. The first male she interacts with is Jimmy, and that is her source of reference for any man on Earth, maybe beyond Earth. And so, like, in Jimmy's head, you're going like, I want to get together with her, but she doesn't know anything about anyone else. Like, I do kind of see his point of like, there's an entire world out there full of different people, a whole universe in her case. At the same time, buddy, you can start a relationship with her and still introduce her to the rest of the world. You don't need to fumble the bag.
You saw movies on the couch. What else does
If anything, I think she already thought you were dating. She just wanted to say it. But I do get his logic of like, he theoretically, because we don't know, but theoretically, she hasn't really interacted with barely anyone besides Brainiac, and he kept her on autopilot for a very long time. This is her not having someone influence her 24/7. So I do get why he went, but you should see more of the world. But I do agree. Like, there should have been a way for, like, make a relationship. But yeah, there should have been a way to, like, yeah, you can be in a relationship and still introduce her to the world. who knows? Maybe in the relationship, she realizes that you're not no more of it. That's how it moves on. Just like shutting her down, her feelings. That's not the way to do it.
Just as bad as other bag fumblers like Mako from Korra.
I'm just gonna say what I said on Discord. Everybody says fuck Jimmy. Well, Kara's trying, but Jimmy's being a whole ass bitch.
That might be the perfect summary to what I said, like the perfect clip notes.
Also, like, the Superboy clearly has ADHD, right?
Yes.
Like, I swear to God, this is ADHD. He's just
As
like,
someone-
oh my God, like, look at the menu. It's like, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God. It's like, hey, let's go skating now.
Well, I mean, if
As someone
Superman's
with
supposed to
ADHD,
represent,
I can confirm.
if Superman's supposed to represent truth, justice, and the American way, well, then his kid having ADHD is pretty damn American. Especially if it's undiagnosed.
We're getting on fire with the jokes today. Oh my god.
Also, how stupid is Lex? Like, you know, I consider Lex Luthor to be a very egotistical guy, yes, but I figured he wasn't stupid. And yet, here he is, literally like, oh yeah, sure, we made up, we patched things up. And then, like Slade is literally like, dude, he's giving you the killer eyes. It's like this, like he doesn't mean it. And he's like, oh, you're being too much. And then what do you know? He comes back and he's like, yeah, I'm taking over. And he's like, but we patched things up. Like,
I think that's
idiot.
my only complaint so far. Like, it's Lex Luthor. He does not do idiotic things like that. Like, Lex Luthor is the type of guy where when it comes to Superman, he has a plan, a backup plan, a backup plan to the backup plan, and a backup to the backup to the backup plan. He's not dumb enough to this. So this Lex Luthor was dumb enough to make a cyborg Superman and have him be connected to the main systems of the. That's not dumb. That's idiotic.
And also, like, because this completely flew over my head. I also haven't seen season 2 in a minute, but like, I completely forgot about Hank, and I completely flew over my head that I didn't know that he got shot down in season 2. I guess it was in the last episode, but I haven't seen it in a minute. So then when they were like, oh, look at Hank, he's tied to the bed or whatever, I'm like, who's Hank? And then he shows up, and then they're like, why would you do this, Hank? And I was like, who's this guy? And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, that's right, he's the guy from the lab or whatever. It took his. I literally forgot about this dude, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to. I don't want to say I'm supposed to care, but like, you know, like I don't give two shits about this guy, and if anything, I just they're trying to make him seem sympathetic, and I still don't care.
Well, I don't know about sympathetic, but it's one of those cases where they took a character that only appeared like a maximum of 5 minutes in the last season and went, yeah, let's make him a bad guy.
So it's literally like the
it.
it's literally like the Spider-Man Spider-Verse thing where like the dude in the second movie was on screen for like 2 seconds in the last movie.
I guess.
I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not a comic book reader, so I don't know, like, I guess the famous stories of, I mean, like, I know there's the whole Death of Superman thing and the Reign of Superman, which is supposed to be, like, a bunch of copycats. So that just flew over my head. I forgot Bizarro, too, was in there. So he's probably going to do something. I don't know.
Oh my god, Bizarro! I forgot about it.
Yeah, I know. Like, first,
Like, we were all focused on like how bad Jimmy fumbled the ball. Like, we don't need to.
I just want to say, Kara, even in this season, she's still so freaking adorable. I love her
Kara,
every time
ma'am.
she's on screen. Yes, ma'am. Oh god, I still want that dumb shit post to be a reality one day. Like y'all know the one who's like nailed it, and they're in the caskets because they tried, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you might mean like not caskets, because casket refers
Well,
to
like the cast. You know
the
what
casts. Yes,
Yeah.
the casts. Casket would mean they're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, if they go a little too hard, no,
If they're
anyway.
dead, like if that's canon, then how did Superboy get made?
But
Snake, you
yeah,
created
Don't
a
think
time
about it.
paradox.
Snake, you created a time paradox.
but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say because obviously the season's still going on. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like this was more of just like a brief chat about Superman. Like I think we all can agree, like
and
we
how
like
bad Jimmy is.
Yeah, fuck Jimmy. All my homies hate Jimmy.
We have Jimmy
right
Love
with Tara.
Screw Up and Fumble Master Takamichi in the same lineup. God damn.
At least Takamichi has a girlfriend, and he got a kiss too. Like Takamichi.
I wouldn't know. I'm not watching, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Freaking idiot here. Anyway, I say Jimmy is he's as bad as Mark from Invincible, not as bad as Mako from Korra, but certainly not as awful as Rudy from Shoka Tensei.
And that is a great note to leave off on.
Indeed.
All right. That was the end of our podcast for episode 70 of the Toonami Squad Sessions podcast. If you can, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, I don't know.
Expired merch.
Expired
Blue Sky.
merch. Blue Sky, yeah. There's like so many different ones. I should like have like a note thing about writing all them down, but I don't. Steve's not here to yell at me. But you can follow us through all those social media things that we're on. You can follow me on Blue Sky at SZ Universe. Sam2s, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Samster299, Blue Sky Samster299, YouTube channel where I do all the Toonami archiving, Samster299. I finally put out my first article on the website. It's about Anime Expo, Anime Expo 2025, looking back, because Anime Expo just passed this year. So did the article of looking back at my time at last year's panel and wondering if it's worth it for a Toonami fan.
Answer is no.
I also roast Crunchyroll a lot because God, they were awful. And spoiler alert, they did bring back the Hype Squad this year, from what we heard. But yeah, that's it for me. What about Logan?
Yep, Logan, where can they find you?
You can find me at Schmollus1 on Twitter, at Schmollus on Blue Sky, and if you're going to Otakon, come to the Animego panel in Panel Room 5 on Friday night at 8:15, or the Discotheque panel in Panel Room 7 at, it says Saturday at 8:15. I think that's right. Check the schedule if I'm wrong.
They got him, folks.
They got me again. Yeah, check the schedule if that's wrong or whatever, but it's subject to change. But yes, that's where you can find me.
All right, Silver, where can they find you?
On Twitter and Blue Sky at Silver Absolute 2, Roman 2, basically. And read Sam 2's article. There's a peak joke that Logan added in.
Oh my
since
God.
he's the
Yes.
I gotta thank editorial for that one. I had no hand in it. But that's beautiful joke.
Thank you, NASA.
Amazing. All right. Well,
The
that
joke
does
will never end, Sam 2. Never. We'll never stop.
All right. Well, that does it for this installment of the Toonami Squad Sessions podcast. We'll be back with a new episode when more news comes out. There should be more probably towards the end of this month, but we'll probably be waiting until probably
Get ready for
August,
double
September.
One Piece.
we'll see what happens. Until then, stay gold.
Bye-bye.
Later.